Hi, I'm Nan Simonson. I'm a health and wellness coach. And part of the wellness that I am, the wellness movement, I'll say, that I'm married to is a lifestyle medicine, lifestyle as medicine, and the College of Lifestyle Medicine and the certification program for doctors become certified in lifestyle medicine. Yesterday was, and this is May, yesterday was Memorial Day, and my late husband um, was a veteran, a Marine in Vietnam, a Purple Heart, and he was affected by that war his entire life. And I'm very grateful to those who serve. Um, and so I was thinking of today's presentation and how I would tie that together with honoring others. And this is what I came up with: honoring yourself and those around you by focusing on a healthy lifestyle. And what I mean by that is that one of the most profound ways we can honor those we love and respect is by taking care of our own health. Just as soldiers prepare and maintain their fitness to serve, we too can adopt a lifestyle that supports our well being and in turn benefits others. Taking care of yourself is a form of respect, not only for yourself, but also for those that care about us. And by staying healthy, we're better able to contribute positively to our families, our communities, and our workplace. Lifestyle as medicine is acknowledging that lifestyle choices can be as effective, or I believe more effective, than medicine in maintaining health, joy, balance in our lives, and allowing us to live healthy, strong lives into later life. I'm 73. I intend to, knock on wood, have another 1, 2, or even 3 decades of healthy life by continuing to make choices that are based on the precepts as outlined by the College of Lifestyle Medicine, which include diet, which include exercise, include stress management, include the importance of community in our lives, meaning those we care for, those who care for us, and in stress management and prioritizing sleep. So I'm going to ask you a question, case in point. Who in your life can you point to who's had a positive effect on you? Who have you admired for the way they live their life, the way they've handled their health, and the way they've inspired you maybe to do the same? Practical steps can be adopted on a daily basis to give us a stronger foundation to help us prevent chronic disease, work through it if we already have it, reverse it in many cases, and give us more quality of life. First, a balanced diet. The College of Lifestyle Medicine promotes a whole food, plant-based diet, meaning a pure vegetarian or vegan diet. Some people aren't ready for that, so we can simply break that down by incorporating, or let's say, I'll just say, assuming that without making other changes, we're going to incorporate more vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, nuts and seeds, herbs and spices. Do you know that by including those foods into an already established diet, you can improve happiness and health measurably? It was actually done in a study in England. They gave between 6 and 9 servings of fruits and vegetables, vegetables being your strongest component, fruit backing that up, to people for a 6-week period of time, and they did a controlled study, another group eating the same food or the same diet type, but without the additional 4 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables. And those who had the fruits and vegetables, when self-evaluated in tests afterwards, reported happier, a happier continence, lighter moods, and more energy in a 6-week period of time. So incorporate more of those foods, fruits and vegetables, but include with that beans and grains and seeds and nuts and spices and herbs. They all make a difference. Regular exercise. We've all heard this, and you're probably thinking, don't put that on me again. I don't want to hear it. But it's true. This is a national recommendation to achieve or exceed the national recommendations, at least 150 minutes of active movement a week. Active movement. So you could say to yourself, okay, I'll put in 20 minutes a day, 25 minutes a day. You can break that down to simply walking 10 minutes after 2 meals. Better yet, 10 minutes after each of your meals. And you can reach that goal, just a purposeful walk. Some of us, including myself, wake up in the morning and we simply know we're taking off to exercise. In my case now, I'm cycling, I was running, I was power walking, I was going up a local mountain. I did that for decades. But starting the day knowing what you're going to do with your exercise and when you're going to do it. I was just reading a book and listening to a podcast of a internationally recognized expert on metabolism. And it's interesting that in a 3-hour interview, for most of the first half, she never even talked about food. What she talked about was movement and exercise, because she said that's how your cells can move through all the metabolites and the lipids and the proteins and the enzymes that they need to work. You've got to move your body. She also said, now I'm kind of I'm on a tangent, but I'm gonna let it flow. One of the things she said is they did a study, people exercising an hour strenuously every morning, or and a group of people that every half an hour exercised for 2 minutes. In other words, she was trying to make the point that you don't have to do big blocks of time, and the point that those of us who sit for an entire day after an hour of movement, it's not such a good idea. 30 minutes, every 30 minutes, 2 minutes of marching in place or doing air squats or just any number of things, walking around the room very quickly, etc. Those that did the 2 minutes every 30 minutes ended up faring better on tests than those that did that hour of strenuous exercise every morning and then for a full hour and then working and sitting, etc. So find a way. It's either 150 minutes of active movement or 75 of strenuous movement a week, but find a way to put that in. It really matters. Stress management, doing that through things like a mindfulness practice, like yoga, like breathing exercises. If you don't have something like that in your agenda during the day, just learn to do some deep breaths to calm down and get used to that. Then maybe doing a couple of simple yoga poses if you know yoga, and if you don't, get on a video and watch a few of them. Somebody recently, another book, Elaine Lalane, she's 94 now, and she co-authored a book on exercise. I brought it with me on a recent trip that I took, and I was reading it in the plane. And they're talking about 8 minutes of exercise a day making a huge difference because of a cumulative effect. And one of the things they talk about doing every day is a 1-minute plank. You know what a plank is? Where you could do it with straight arms, or you could do it on your forearms, but your body straight out, toes supporting you. Anyway, and I after I read that, and the point was, if you do a 1 minute plank every day, I just count to 60, the way you count when you're doing seconds. No, I don't. I count to 30 and then 30, because 60 sounds too big. That's silly. And I started doing that, and I started doing that while I was on the trip, and I just do it in bed because I do a bunch of bed exercises. And the point was, if you do a plank for a minute every day, you have done 60 minutes of planks. No, is it 60? No, you have done 30 minutes. No, what am I trying to say? You've done 1 minute times 30. Oh, 30 minutes of planks a month. That was the point. And there's an accumulative benefit of that. Try something every day that you commit to, and just add little things to it. It doesn't have to be big blocks of time. And then the stress management, I sort of got off track when we were talking about the yoga and that plank. That's where that all came from. But just having something that you do when you're feeling stressed that can help you sit quietly, if it's nothing more than closing your eyes, taking a couple of deep breaths, and then counting 10 breaths. That's a form of meditation, and even that matters. Okay, and then what about community? What about connecting with others? How about finding a group that you can be a part of? If you live near an activity center, find something that they're doing that you might want to be part of. Go out of your way to call a friend and propose a lunch date. Stay in touch with family, even if you're kind of out of touch and it means getting a little uncomfortable, and doing that. Maybe engage with group activities, community walks or community runs, or cooking classes, or anything where people are gathered, even if you do it on devices or even on Zoom, just to, again, feel that you are known by somebody else, and they know who you are, and they look forward to seeing you, and you look forward to seeing them. That's group, that's community, that makes a difference. And she even talked about all of these things as it related to our Dr. Casey Means, the doctor who was talking about metabolism, and even talked about these things as making a difference. Lifestyle as medicine is making a difference on our overall health in ways that we just don't expect. And then get in a habit of finding a way to measure your progress. Measure what you do. Maybe it's journaling very quickly, very easily. This is what I did today. And having a way of looking back as you continue to progress, because I'll tell you what happens when you start a thing and it becomes easier, you just by nature add another thing, and then add another thing. And what seemed that it would be too much to handle, in no time at all becomes something that you're feeling proud of, and something that you can look back at and see a a process of development that'll leave you feeling proud and quite accomplished. And celebrate those milestones. Whatever you do, whatever is progress for you, celebrate by telling friends, or treating yourself to a massage or a pedicure, or just sitting quietly and smiling. I think that's all I have to say about this. This was a real simple, kind of repetitive, because we've talked about these simple measures of lifestyle as medicine, but I hope that they spoke to you today in some way to inspire you and to help you see that you have so much you can do to make a difference in the way you live, the way you feel, and your outlook in life. Have a great day. I know I'm going to. And thanks for listening. Bye-bye. I am there. Goodbye.